know if you guys like hockey, but
Sam Gagner just tied a record with 8 points in a game.
This is Sam Gagner, and you're listening to the Real Life Podcast.
Gagner, oh, what a move! What a win for the Oilers!
listen to me. We're going to open this cold and we're going to open this hot.
Okay.
I was watching Oilers game last night.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
That's what you wanted to start the pod with?
I want to
just open the floor?
all into getting mad, and I want to get all the rage out and heat the room up.
Oh, people were big pissed. And I was pissed in the moment.
Why is a Brock Besser natural hat trick on opening night not on your bingo card?
Well, yeah, no, I understand it. I think the reason people...
What do you understand?
The anger.
Oh, okay.
I understand why it's called the natural hat trick as well.
Okay.
I don't know why were you asking me that. I think the reason why people were mad was being directed in odd places. They didn't lose because Raph Lavoie went on waivers, and a lot of people would really like you to believe that.
He would have had 7 goals last night, forcing overtime. Lavoie? Easily.
In 8 minutes of ice time.
Easily.
Playing with Devon Shore or Derek Ryan.
All you need.
It really does kill the vibe
Maybe
of the party.
Devon Shore is the issue.
Maybe.
Could be.
I love Jack Campbell. He's not the starter of this team.
He might be.
You think last night's Jack's fault?
No, but I just don't think that, I've yet to really see him come in. Well, there was a one stretch last year he played well.
I wish Skinner started last night because he would have been lit up. It's the same. It would have been the exact fucking
Stu
same.
had a dueling 750 save percentages last night.
Yeah, it didn't make it was brutal.
Not ideal.
You don't hang any of it on Jack.
No, zero.
Who do you lay
every fucking Oiler not named Connor McDavid?
I think there's 20 guys out there that all played like shit.
They couldn't make a pass in their own end.
It was wild.
It was embarrassing. They kept just here, Vancouver, have the puck. Just take it.
PK was trash.
PK was horrific.
Discipline was terrible.
Defense was terrible. But I just couldn't believe the play in our own zone.
They couldn't score on a guy who puked in his own helmet.
He puked?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rick. That's why they had to pull him. Rick Tocchet was a guy we thought he could battle through, but then he threw up in his mask and we had to pull him.
And we're like, we'll lose to these guys handily. Johnny Barfington in net here.
He just had his MJ flu game. That's
also I also want to blame Waz.
Yeah, yes. I look for reasons to blame Waz just in my day to day. And this one, silver platter.
He predicted the Canucks will win that game because
by like a pumping too.
Yeah. No, it was tight. I think he said 3-2.
Oh, was it?
I think he said 3-2 because they're playing for something more than the Oilers are because it's their home opener.
I remember last year, you had me shook that the Oil weren't going to make the playoffs because at American Thanksgiving they weren't in.
Yeah, that's an American Thanksgiving thing.
And I went home and thought about it, staring at the roof, and I said, Yaremchuk knows a lot of stuff. He was at the All-Star game. Maybe we're fine. And I remember I would never tell you this, but I was worried at the time. We didn't even get 20 minutes of a honeymoon for this season before everything just went to shit.
Nothing drops a turd in the punch bowl of a season launch party quite like an 8-1
Oh, wow. Yeah. It was,
and vibes were high.
I bet you Greta's booze sales were about 50% of where we thought they would be just because the sadness.
Greta did a deal, Wanye. They actually do this at most of our parties. When the Oilers scored their first goal, everyone gets a free shot. Pre-purchased free shot. Yeah, pre-purchased shot.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's not as much fun when the Oilers are down 5-0 and then they score.
A shot for that?
No, it was a little like
it's just pure tears.
If we're down by 4, if we're down by 5, if we're down by 6, that's when you need the pre-packaged booze.
Man, it was it was great to see people there. There was a buzz. It was fun.
We had pre-gaming with Boardsy live in the bar with the audio going through the bars. It felt so legit.
Yeah. It was very professional, which is very interesting to say about us.
Also, you missed after the game. They figured out a way to put the TVs onto the post-game show. So everyone in the bar was watching listening to our post-game show. It was cool.
That's very gangster. Cool. Yeah. So, you come to, I'm going to make a statement and then I'm going to tell a story that happened at the event. You really miss Matthias Ekholm, don't you?
A touch.
Do you think we need our best defensive?
It's just amazing, like the ripple he creates.
Just a touch.
It is like, man, we just straight like the post-game interview, Connor was almost laughing. He was like holding because it was so bad and you just can't be like mad. Like it's beyond mad. It's just
not
like
a reflection of the team over the course of the year.
Well,
bad opener.
I thought they
know.
missed the playoffs last night. That's what I heard.
It is cause for me to concern, but thankfully the season starts on Saturday and not on Wednesday.
Yeah, 81-1 still a thing.
It's fine. And like
Well, 10-1 start, still on the board.
Mm-hmm.
like any good fans that get drubbed 8-1, let's find holes in the Canucks. I will begin. Their pregame ceremony with the captains.
Where was Mark Messier?
Wow, where was Mark Messier? They didn't even mention him. That's the first thing.
Why? What happened?
But like, what did happen that was that acrimonious that he wouldn't be?
I don't know.
You might have to ask Pavel Bure.
There is that. But
Anyway.
like, statute of limitations. Don't they bring him out?
Hey,
Come
man.
on.
Who's their first captain? What was his name?
Stan Smeel?
No, Ergenbacher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Orville Redenbacher?
Yeah.
He's popular.
I was like, the star power they're able to muster for a captain ceremony at center, you really need to take
Where was
a
Marcus
moment.
Naslund?
But they've been in the league 45 years. They could get a Sedin,
They got
one.
Couldn't get the other though.
Well,
Trevor
but-
I know.
Linden, who looks fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
And
Mhm.
then Stan Spiel, who I won't knock.
Nope.
And then Orville Redenbacher. That was all the alumni power they could
They
muster.
needed Marcus at least. I
Yeah,
can
why
understand
wasn't
the
Naslund
Messier
there?
snub, but
But like, he was the captain of the team, wasn't he?
yeah, but they didn't bring.
Yeah.
But they didn't bring every captain. There's other captains they
Luongo
brought.
No.
wasn't
And they
there?
do a very good job of scrubbing him from their history.
Yeah, they don't even show him in the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we all thought it was weird he went there, didn't we?
What did he do?
I don't know.
Oh, there's something to unpack.
What did we not know about the Mark Messier situation?
No.
Well, should we get like serious podcaster and do like an investigative thing? Like,
let's just wildly speculate.
let's go back
Well,
to
I want to talk about
2001.
wild speculation. So I'm chatting with our boy Cody Chambers, fellow bet winner against in the golf against Liam and Tyler. Tyler and Liam dressed up as Barbie. It was
Looked
beautiful. The wigs were amazing.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Actually,
It actually
I kind of
played.
rocked it.
Like Amber was telling me by the end of the night, she was digging it.
That's terrifying.
That's what Amber told me. Voluntarily. Okay, so just
Hey,
I don't know what's going on.
the one
I don't
piece,
know, this reaction's
the
really
Ken,
weird.
the
I don't know
Ken
what's
wig stays on tonight.
that's what you. That's what you said.
No. Call me Ken.
So talking to Cody Chambers and his lovely wife, and I'm wearing a Neckhome jersey, and this guy walks by, older gentleman, might be crazy,
Oh, you know what? I know who you're talking about, and I have a good story about him too.
might be crazy,
Yeah.
but he comes up to me and he goes, "Ekholm needs to have hip surgery tomorrow. He's done for the season."
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
Are you a doctor?
like, if there's like I said, like, it's downtown. There's some.
And he had a look in his eyes.
There's some, there's some.
But that's very specific.
There's some people with different perspectives,
Yeah, yeah.
but for him to come in and
You
have
gotta take him
that,
as his word.
and have that statement,
Yeah.
like you just don't make that up. That
No.
just like it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like I literally had a tough time going to sleep because I'm like, no, dismissing it initially, but I'm like, but like you just don't. Like
You
walk
don't-
into a bar all
You
crazily.
don't know
and
what
then,
every
like,
orthopedic
nail a
surgeon in
person with
town
that.
looks like at sight. How could you be expected to know?
I do.
Oh
You
man. Yeah. So I'm a little freaked out. And then I'm doing research last night, can't sleep on Ekholm's injury. Everyone's praying for his hip flexor, and I'm like, oh fuck. Well then this dude's right. So tell me what you
Can I tell you
your
my
story and
experience with
hopefully
him?
make me feel better.
So we were getting ready for the post game show, and this guy just walks up to us, setting up, and goes, "Hey!" I'm like, "Whoa!" And he goes, "Dodgers lost," and then just looked at us.
Like older
The
guy,
Brooklyn
Dodgers?
short.
Yep.
Okay.
And he goes, "Dodgers lost."
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did
And,
he go
So
one
he's
for
accurate.
two?
No, I'll,
Or did he go one?
but then he just like, that was it. And then he stood there and looked at us and then didn't say anything else and walked away. So I know who you're talking about, and I understand
This
the
is
context of your
crazy.
story.
I don't
Now-
hear anything that suggests to me he's crazy.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's and so I'm literally gonna be. I need to call Frank.
Just calm now. I'll laugh on the phone.
Put
So
him on.
So
Hey,
a
Frank.
potentially crazy guy or a very astute, in tuned individual approached me last night. That's how I would approach it with Frank.
Mhm.
So, anyways, that's a concern because we need Ekholm in the lineup. I don't know if we noticed.
Clearly, I have something that really bugged me last night. This is what has me the most fired up. I'm sick of the Leon Draisaitl, oh, we're losing, I'm going to go just cross-check and slash guys. I think it's a really kind of, I'm trying to say the right word here. It's a loser thing to do. I don't like it. To me, it's like if you're going to go into that bag every once in a while, sure, He does it every time they're losing or every time something doesn't go well for him.
Good.
He just slashes someone or cross-checks someone and takes a penalty every
the
time.
blood going.
And it's not even like I'm going to try spark the boys and like lay a big hit and play physical. He literally just goes out there and is like, I'm going to take a dumb penalty. And then he takes a dumb penalty. I am very sick of it. And Connor did it last night too, and I don't like it.
They're fired up. They're down 8-1.
No, they're not even like fired up. They're just like
When does
going out there
Connor do
and Connor doesn't do it that often.
Exactly.
So it doesn't
he's
bug me.
emotional.
It doesn't bug
He's
me as
showing that
much.
He cares.
But Leon, I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. I think every time they lose, he does like the mopey thing and then he goes and takes a dumb penalty. And I think it's a bit of a tired act.
There was a time on the Anaheim Ducks that anytime they were losing a game, Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf would just go after guys.
But like they would go after them and like hit them hard and then maybe stick. Draisaitl literally, he doesn't hit anyone or anything.
Yeah, okay.
He just goes and sticks and cross checks them. And then doesn't even like stay to fight or like be involved in a scrum. He literally just shrugs, skates to the penalty box. And it's like the most nonchalant, like it feels like he goes out there and is like, holy shit, I don't want to play anymore. I'll just go sit for 2. Boop. And goes off the ice. I don't like it. It drives me nuts.
For not wanting to play when it's like that.
I know.
Well, while you kids were at Greta living your lives, that was Wanye Jr.'s first watching the game, staying up late game.
Oof. How old is he now again?
Three.
Well, he's got to
Only
learn the
one
pain.
thing.
He got to learn the pain early. I think that's actually a good
But
thing
we're
for him.
excited.
But
We're
he-
talking about it.
So he's getting to the point, sorry, where he like knows winning and losing, right? Like,
This is
Okay.
the very, very, very beginning. All
Okay.
he knows is Hunter,
okay,
and he has a Connor McDavid
All right.
doll that I insist he tells he loves it.
Okay.
I insist.
that's smart.
Tell Connor you love him. We're building
Yeah.
muscle memory.
All right, okay,
right?
keep going.
So we're gonna watch a game. It's very exciting. We're gonna stay up late past our bedtime. This is very exciting. We have a special hockey game snacks. We sit down. Boys watching Coco Melon. 5 minutes in, doesn't want to watch a game anymore. Wants to watch. So then I go start showing Oilers 2023 highlights on YouTube to him and told him that was the game. So we watched many, many Oilers goals. The day was saved. He was in bed at the first intermission. I returned to the bloodbath. The boy is safe. He does not know what he witnessed. I don't know if I can pull that on him when he's 13.
And he didn't get to see the full beating. It actually got worse.
No, I know.
Got significantly worse, yeah. Like when they scored, I said 5 goals earlier, but Draisaitl scored to make it 4-1 , and you kind of got that like,
Good snipe,
Well, the bar was like electric. Cause that just give it like you can tell like, yes, did I live bet the comeback twice?
Whoa, where?
Oof.
Where? Like, what was the score?
3 and then 4
That's a real fan.
Mm-hmm.
is like, I'm like, okay.
I got murdered last night.
Yeah, it was a bad night. And that's okay. But I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Tough times, man.
well, it is tough
I think
times.
that look, when the Oilers score and make it 4-1,
Oh,
you
I
can
know it's not
believe that they can get 3 more.
That's
'Cause
the
we-
thing.
I know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now to finish my thought. You can like when the Oilers went down, there's that epic night when they played in Vancouver and they went down 4-0. And like everyone on Twitter live bet the comeback because everyone felt the tickle. You could see that there was something brewing and there was some momentum for me. You could feel it. I wasn't feeling it yesterday. I was just doing it because it's muscle memory.
grasping.
Because like there was like, yeah, they scored that goal. There's that glimmer of hope, but then just immediately after, you're like, ugh. And there's a couple moments there, sustained pressure where they could have scored, but they didn't. Or well, they created enough opportunities and had enough control to try to, unlock some high danger scoring chances, and they didn't.
Bankroll management. You didn't put down 5% of your overall bankroll. Did you on that bet?
Who are you?
No.
5 units?
Yeah.
No. It was a unit and a unit.
First, you're coming in here this morning and being like, so this Brock Purdy guy is going to get paid,
But
and now,
first I said, do you want me to talk football? And, he said,
and
"Yes,
now you're hitting
do
Jay.
something."
Now you're hitting Jay with bankroll management
man.
advice.
That's right. You spend 1 week in Arizona County Prison. You come out knowing new things.
Betting on Greyhound racing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy is due for a raise. That's a good take.
that is good.
Well, it's accurate.
4-0, Mike.
But yeah, you were grasping. You were reaching for a comeback yesterday.
Yeah, well, because you want to try to manifest a good night.
I feel you.
So I was happy. I decided to not, get too crazy last night. Kind of keep it tame, saving it for Saturday.
Yeah. When
Like I'm also treating Saturday as the start of the season.
when I put my comeback bet on at 8-1, I really regretted it today.
Can you
I bet
imagine how
2-0.
sweet the 9-8 win would be, though, if you did live bet the 8-1?
Oh,
Just
man.
to have a chance, it's worth it.
If the
Probably
Oilers,
be a millionaire.
if the Oilers ever erased an 8-1 deficit, I feel like my body would just, my soul would leave my body. It would like ascend upwards
that'd be
as
so
they
fun.
scored the
All
winner.
day.
Didn't
And I'm
they
a
come
pile
back
of goo.
against, like, not the Kings, the original comeback game where they beat us. But didn't the Oil come back from like 4 or 5-0 against the Kings in the last 5 years? Vince?
There's that game against the Rangers with the McDavid goal of the year. Yeah.
How many were they down there?
4, I think. I think it was 4. Right? And Puljujarvi scored the first one.
Great night.
That was a great night.
If they had Puljujarvi and Lavoie last night, different outcome.
I think it's a different outcome.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Caleb Jones probably better than Vinny Desharnais.
So you honestly didn't think Campbell looked bad on any of those goals?
I think there was somewhere he looked bad, but they weren't his fault.
I think the third one, he's rebound control would have been a little bit better, but what a disaster.
Like there were gaffes. Like it was like soft play in the corner where you have the lead on the battle and you just like give it up. I'm not even going to name names.
It was Bouchard. He had the puck on his stick.
He
and
had
he
it.
got removed from the puck
Quite easily, without like any force.
But then also, Darnell Nurse just kind of stood there and was like, huh? And
Nobody
Connor
noticed
McDavid
online.
was like
Because
floating
I
back.
don't care. You
Oh
expect
my
your
God.
partner to.
Yeah.
The battle's over.
He had the puck.
It shouldn't even have been a battle.
It was
But like, it's more than just Bouchard. Like, it was everyone. But like, I can't believe our passing in our own zone. It was absolutely embarrassing.
How many
Foot
kills
short,
Campbell
foot long.
got chased? 4?
4. Yeah.
4 goals for both of them.
Yeah,
They both allowed 4 on 16.
like you
Oh.
can't be like. I feel bad because it was like a vote of confidence to have him start the season opener
Get out of
or
there.
the start of the whatever.
You're out.
And the team just laid a turd, and now like this is a guy who's rebuilding himself. Like that's
my
like
worry.
that takes a step back. Like fuck.
But he looked so happy at pickleball. Remember?
I still like
still have the photo on my phone. He looked so happy.
He
Skinny.
was happy.
like the Oilers were so bad last night.
Yep.
And you know what? You know what actually pisses me off? And regardless if we won or not, is the fact that there's an autograph signing today. I believe there should always be an autograph signing,
Of course.
but a well-timed autograph signing.
But
I
there's
think
a
it's
lot
so
of
funny.
logistics.
Remember the one time where like the flu was going around the
Yeah.
city and then they
Everyone
hosted it, and then everyone got them like, what? We should have canceled it. What the fuck?
It's like a COVID outbreak, and they're like,
Everyone shake
Connor.
Connor's hand.
They need to do that. They need to find a better time. The fact they have to go after losing 8-1 and go and do this today and then try to gear up for Saturday, like even if they didn't win or
But-
did win, it still shouldn't happen on that day.
Also, why didn't you just do it? You had 4 days off from your last preseason game. Why didn't you do it last Saturday?
I know.
Like-
just do it. Like I fully support them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they need to do an autograph.
Yeah, let's
session.
not say that the problem with the Oilers is they're too community involved.
No.
Nice to the fans.
You need to do it.
They're like,
But
you're right, Jay.
there's-
No more autographs.
there's a better time. There's a better time.
It's objectively hilarious to me that they're doing this today.
Exactly. So
Just like-
it's so
The
poorly
greatest
timed.
performance of Connor's career will be being nice to people today.
yeah, Connor's sitting there angry for 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Uh-huh.
How many times do you think someone's going to go and be like, tough one last night?
Oh jeez. Should have shot more.
Wow, hey. Tough start to the
Maybe
season, hey,
pass
boys?
it to your own guy.
And then online, Canucks Army all of a sudden had jokes. And I was like, oh, is that right, Canucks Army? How many times have I poked you people and you don't even have anything to say? And now Faber's suddenly the toughest man on the internet,
no.
tweeting garbage
No.
memes at us.
Yeah. Now, before I go any further, please bet responsibly.
Yes.
Well,
I am betting the fucking house on Saturday.
Shout out to Betway.
I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
shame reload my account, and I'm winning
I
it all
am-
Did you
back.
empty it out? That's not proper bankroll unit
It
management.
was not.
Oh, that is betting with your heart. And that is the only
It's one
way
of
to
those
play
where you kind of
responsibly.
wince as you click the $50 reload. You're like,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I know
it
I
is-
shouldn't. And you're like, damn it, fucker, come on.
I am tripling the unit size. I am chasing the dragon
Get
on
it.
Saturday. Because you want to know why? The Oilers fucking owe it to us.
Amen.
This segment brought to you by 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Yeah, now we're going all in.
yeah. Well, if I have
Have
a
to.
bad night, and to be fair, if I have a bad night on Saturday, a little bit of a hiatus,
Just a little more work to do on Sunday.
a little bit. Yeah,
That's how I roll.
Gotta roll up on, clean up on football on Sunday.
Just gotta bring that back. Bet
I
on
have-
Brock Purdy.
I have a legitimate question. I have the Oilers schedule out in front of me. At what point does their goal differential get back to positive?
Oh, a couple blowout wins. It won't take.
Oh, by the end of
3 games.
By the end of October?
by after Philly,
3 games.
Jay.
7 goals.
No, they're different. Right?
Yeah, so they have a -7. How long until they're
7
back?
goals. So they
3
win
more games.
they win by 3 on Saturday, and then a cumulative 4 between Philly
By
and
next
Nashville.
Thursday. We're good.
Yeah, done in
think they-
Philly.
Yeah, I think they win the next 3 games.
They'll be
back
crushing a
even.
Philly cheesesteak, either 0 or +1
Amen.
post game, not pre game. They gotta get through the game.
Too happy.
Not everything was terrible.
I kind of want to make my record making wagers against you is not great, but I kind of want to make a wager against you for this.
This is one you shouldn't proposition a bet. This
Okay.
is just we're scorned Oilers fans right now. And once again, trying to will them back on the rails.
Are we going to put some money on the Oil winning the cup again this year, Dale?
Hopefully that affected the odds yesterday. Maybe it's a good time to buy in. Because they're plus 1,000.
You and I already did that like 2 months ago.
I was gonna say, you guys handled that.
Again?
I want to get as many Windicate bets as they can. We're in a window, and I'm going to place bets during this window on the only thing that I care about. It ain't Brock Purdy.
Well,
The Oilers win an L Stanley.
And like whatever, like in a month you don't care about this game, but like it's just such like 8-1. Like you didn't even show up.
No.
They're saying they played at a preseason level. Like they probably would have lost 5-1 if that was a preseason game with that effort. You can't
Waugh would have been in the lineup still.
Well, that would have defensively, it would have held it down. Like you can't pass the other team the puck. Like as if it's part of your system.
no.
No, generally not.
Well, apparently they're doing a new defensive zone system, right?
They're copying Vegas's essentially.
Yes, well, but I'm pretty sure Vegas doesn't pass the puck to the team. But
I was getting some good chuckles out of like meltdowns on Twitter just because like hell yeah, we're back.
Oh, yeah.
we missed Pugliarvi.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's that.
This one.
You did not see that.
Oh yeah, the
For
whole
real?
it was this someone, I'm not gonna say who, was going off on a rant about like,
Was it Zach?
first you undervalue Lavoie and send him down. This goes back to Caleb Jones and
Yeah.
Ethan Bear. This goes back to Pugliarvi. This organization has no idea how to build the right depth.
Well, where the fuck are those guys right now?
We drafted Nick Stadjahar 13th overall one year.
That was a mistake.
And that led to last night's loss.
Jay, remember, those people are never wrong. Pugliarvi's not a bust. He's just been mismanaged. They weren't wrong. No one's ever a bust. They're just mismanaged.
You know who wasn't a bust? Nail Yakupov. You know who his general manager is now?
His dad.
His father.
Mhm.
Took his father to see that he had potential.
Anyway, so
he reaps the rewards.
I tweeted yesterday trying to be positive and said Oilers are going to be like 7-2-1 through their first 10, and we'll look back and at this game and laugh, right? And someone goes, "Nope. Teams have figured out Woodcroft's systems.
Yeah.
Manson's defensive game, in air quotes, is a joke. Same with Schwartz, goalie coach, and can contain McDavid now." None of it made sense, but they were very fired up. No way this team will go 7-2-1 in its first 10. They'll be lucky with its D and goaltending to be at 500. Yep. So
I love it.
yeah.
All right, well,
I'll
that's
do a
bright
deep
spots.
dive on that person and see what they're saying leading up.
He
to
knows
the
the
drop.
deep dive. He was breaking down the whole life of the person the other day. Today, rather. Two things you might have missed while you're at your party. Number one, did you see the Zach Hyman Pepsi ad?
Yes.
It's terrible. No, it's great.
I will sit here and lose 8-1, but I will not stand here for
Wanye,
Pepsi slander.
It's Rogers wrapped in red 2.0. We are going to see
One of
that.
the most monumental ad campaigns. in the
We're going to
last
see
10
that
years.
ad 40 times in the next week.
The best thing about the opening night of the year was seeing which ads we're going to get sick of for the next year because they run the same ads everybody play.
Mhm.
Connor McBanking ad. Not as good as Pepsi. The Pepsi ad this year was not as good as the Hyundai ad last year, but the new Hyundai ad with the Kachuk brothers is better than the Zach Hyman Hyundai ad, which I thought was top tier.
They're still making Wah?
Well, they're the mums in the ad.
Oh.
And they're
Did she
both
make
in the
Wah
car
happen?
fighting in full hockey gear.
Hmm.
But they still maintain the family dynamic because it's their actual mom shitting on them in the ad. It's quite funny.
That's fun.
One of the better ads.
The thing that brings them together is their love for the new
Hyundai
Hyundai
electric.
Santa Fe.
Exactly. The electric Santa Fe. It's what they got along about their whole lives.
It's brought them together. It's the glue.
Imagine the bank in the Kachuk household coming in every 2 weeks. Like Keith was Big Daddy
He's still
Wallet.
getting NHL pension for show.
Oh yeah, but and it has the millions of to some degree of what he
Mhm.
made. But the boys now, what are they each making? Like 7.5?
10, I think Matt's
Not
making
8,
10.
8, and 10.
Because Keith made 10 for a few years.
Yeah, Keith was part of the NHL during the silly
Korea era,
season.
yeah.
The real silly season.
He banked it, and from
Yeah.
the look of him, he remained successful.
Yep.
Career earnings, according to Cap Friendly Keith Kachuk, 81 schmil.
That's crazy.
Mm.
And both his kids will do that.
Oh, yeah.
That mom's got nothing to worry about.
Nope.
That Hyundai can ride forever.
Mm-hmm. Well maintained. Top quality oil changes.
8-1.
There's that.
You know what'll happen?
I know. It's, you know what? It's just, let's.
Better than 9-1.
Yeah.
It's so
They
funny.
didn't get to 10.
Worse than 7.
I wanted 10. Like, you know.
If you would have been like, Tyler, give me 30 possible outcomes tonight.
Like Coombs' prediction was almost right inversed.
Yes.
I wouldn't have predicted the Oilers getting blown out. Like, especially, and what makes it even more like frustrating and disappointing is the whole like Captain Skate starts September 1.
That's the
We're
issue.
going to be
They're
so
tired.
ready.
Yeah, they're
They're
sleeping.
tired.
fuck.
They started too early.
You can't bring guys back 6 days
Yeah.
early. They're burned out by game one.
What's the new thing? Overreacting takes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Liam and I have been doing.
They fucking torpedoed the season. Connor torpedoed the season.
An
They started too
8-game
early.
preseason is too much work.
The
I'm already
room,
tired.
the room doesn't respect McDavid and Draisaitl. That's what I'm getting from all this.
Bring back Hitchcock.
If anyone could figure this out,
It's Hitch.
Room culture?
Dallas Aikens. can
Brandon
figure this
Manning?
out.
but who's like our new Brandon Manning? That's a previous.
Who's our new? Oh man, I don't.
Who's really scorned
That
us?
was a
Or,
unique.
Right, like on the current roster.
no, I just mean like who could we go get that's similar to Brandon Manning right now?
Oh,
Like who is so uniquely hated?
Petrangelo.
Who's the guy that dragged Leon down from behind in the playoffs? The King. Everybody hated him.
Mikey Anderson.
Mikey Anderson.
Yeah, let's go get Mikey Anderson. He'll right the ship and trade someone everybody loves for him. Holloway for Anderson. Who says no? I thought Holloway was the only Oiler that played good last night. If we want to be positive, which I know is kind of a backhanded
hear
positive.
he's okay.
Yeah, Woody said he's playing tomorrow or Saturday.
What if that vagrant had accurate information?
Man,
Dude,
I was quick to dismiss, but then it just grew in my head like a weed.
He was right about the Dodgers.
incredibly confusing individual, but
Like Tyler, call whoever you need to call.
It could be a fun bit for you, Tyler. Like people are starting to know who you are. You just appear out of nowhere sometimes and give a random factoid that may or may not be true. Like, that Yaremchuk guy came in and said that. I don't know.
It might have been Bob Stauffer in costume.
Could have been
It was Trina's Oil, actually.
Bobby Incognito.
It was Trina's Oil. That's who he was.
he might have been.
Has she tweeted that?
I'm really debating texting Frank just to get to the bottom of it. The thing is, Ekholm's been skating.
Woody said he had another good day today.
But that guy,
'Cause
at the
he had
bar
surgery.
said he's getting hip surgery today. So we have two conflicting points.
I know, man. It was so wild. It was so wild. It's really an effect on me.
The other day I was at a Shell station on Calgary Trail or Victory Boulevard, whatever the hell we call it. And I'm gassing up my car and this guy comes up to me and starts talking to me. He was wearing a vest. And I was like, oh, it's like this Shell has an attendant.
Uh-huh.
So I say to him like, oh man, that's crazy. I haven't seen like a gas station attendant in ages. And then he looks at me and I look at him and we both realize at the exact same time he's crazy. And I like asked him to help me with something. And he was just like, no. And then he walked away. And I was like, why are you wearing a vest?
And
at the
he's
gas
like,
station?
Who's this crazy guy in the vest, which would be Wanye
Yeah.
in this situation, asking me to do shit?
If that guy had looked me in the eye and been like, Ekholm's getting surgery tomorrow, I'd be like, this guy must know something. That's very
Damn,
specific
man.
information.
I know.
My crazy guy knew nothing. He knew how to wear a vest. He knew to panhandle at a Shell. Your guy has specific information that's timely.
I remember when I was a courtesy clerk at Safeway, I had to wear a red vest.
That's it?
Just a thought. Yeah.
Hey,
And
well.
maybe it's some.
You ever go get gas? At,
I pictured the guy wearing that red vest I used to wear at Safeway.
he was wearing like a full-on safety vest that, to my untrained eye, looked like it matched the Shell colors.
Mm.
That's a fair assumption.
I thought he was like maybe there to prevent people from stealing stuff.
He's just
I-
into safety, man.
I had a little run where
Maybe he's a
I
wallet inspector.
Oh, there's only one way to find out. Hand over your documents.
had a run where I would only go to Domo to get gas because they would do it for you.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice.
They jumped to the pump for you.
when
There.
it's in the winter,
Yeah.
that is
Full
when that
gas.
service
I
is.
don't know why
peak.
it went away. People were prepared to pay a
You know who's
Do you have to tip them?
Co-op?
more money.
Oh, it is. Okay, so it's built in.
You pay a premium.
Gratuities built in.
$1 more a liter.
Except on like the first Tuesday of every month, it's like 6 cents off. So then if you can go that day, you're laughing.
Do you plan your life around that? Do you have it on the calendar?
Yeah.
I can see it. I gotta go, guys. It's $1.49 day Tuesday. It's Sobe. I gotta go
Gonna
get my
say,
cream corn for the next.
My dad is obsessed with gas prices. He has that he has that Gas Buddy app, and like if it drops at a certain location in St. Albert, ding, family group app's getting a hit. Costco gas 132, or like bing,
It's-
Safeway on the trail 127.
Can you
It's
loop
wi-
me in on those?
Sure.
Ever since COVID, I've noticed that gas station prices used to be extremely consistent across the city. You drive, same price. You'll see 10-cent fluctuations.
Really?
Yes.
It must be for the same grade?
For the same grade. I was going to Calgary 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get gas. Well, I'm like, I'll get it like on the outskirts of the city. I just want to get through the traffic. And I drove by 2 stations, $1.34, $1.34. And then I went and filled at $1.43.
Damn.
On the high one?
Yeah, still in Edmonton. Like, but just further south.
Damn.
And there's a couple stations out there, and I'll tell your dad about this. Print on the Gas Buddy app that I don't know whether like they're these independent gas stations. There's one on the north side, and there's one literally just up the hill from us here. You'll see it. There will be right now. There's probably 50 cars at it because they're like 15 cents.
Centrex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Below market.
They don't have corporate overlords and they can just get away with whatever.
They're just not paying their taxes, bro.
You want cheap gas? I got a guy. He lives in Lago Lindo. His name is Gas Station Gary. You go to his garage, around back, and you knock, and he's got a barrel of gas, and he will ladle it into a jerry can for you. You can't ask where it came from. 65 cents a liter.
I played baseball on a Lego Lindo team once. First time I had ever left the city of St. Albert to play minor sports.
Oof.
Went to join the Lego Lindo team for provincials. First practice, I was 16. A couple guys on the team would have been 18. They were talking about how much they like warm beer. And the one guy's like, I'll microwave it. He's like, I'll put it in a glass, microwave it. And I was like, these guys are a fuck. I was like, I am not in St. Albert anymore. This is fucked.
My favorite story about Lago Lindo remains that subway on right by the Circle Square. And I went in there, and the guy, I had my Oilers Nation hat on. He looked at me, he goes, Oilers Nation, eh? Yeah. You know the Lago Lindo haunted house? And I was like, yeah. He's like, it's my uncle. I was like, okay. Hit me with a sub, player. Now I never go there anymore because that guy creeped me out.
Somewhat related. I'm driving the Nation truck home the other day. Stopped in construction. Guy pulls up to me, seems nice, and he gives me the old like roll down the window. So I'm like, all right, roll down the window. He goes, go Oilers. I'm like, yeah, go Oilers. He goes, my brother's friend is friends with Stuart Skinner's brother.
There it is.
And I was like, fucking right.
Well, he's not starting tomorrow, so fuck you.
Well,
And then he was like, I'm gonna get my jersey signed. I was like, hell yeah, man.
I'm about to dunk on that guy if he thinks he's so connected to Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner's wife was at Little Brick yesterday or the day before. Yes. And she
The
posted
Wags
about it.
like Little Brick.
Yes.
I'll never forget when Neil Yakupov went there wearing space pants.
Yes, he was.
That was the greatest day in the history
Fantastic.
of the whole joint.
And those shoes that you used to see when you were a kid that have trampolines on them and you jump.
They just got those in Russia.
Yeah. Moon boots.
Moon boots.
Yeah.
But anyways, this guy I was like, okay. But then it was very awkward because traffic wasn't moving.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to keep being like,
Just roll the window up.
Just slowly roll it up while you're looking at him.
have a good one.
That's cool, man. Stuart Skinner.
That's yeah.
Turn the radio up really loud. What?
And then same thing yesterday. I'm driving back from the party.
Should have asked about Matthias Ekholm.
Yeah.
He's plugged in.
Driving back from the party, and there's this dude driving like a GMC SUV, and he same thing. Roll your window down. I'm like, okay, roll my window down. And we were driving like going 60, 65 on the Denver Trail, and he's like, "What the hell happened, hey?" I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't have a conversation with you right now. This is awkward.
I think it was the practice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You can't talk and drive, but you can
Well, I just meant like
have a
you can
full-on
fettuccine Alfredo
smorgasbord going
drive.
on in your car.
Yeah.
I did have scrambled eggs today on my drive-in, but the worst is when I'm eating and I see a cop and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to get pulled over for distracted driving. And I'm like putting my food in the center,
Shoveling it into your face faster.
stuffing it like under my seat.
I have an extremely good story to tell you guys, and I'm going to tell it in its entirety. And if we want to edit it out for some reason, I suppose that we can. But here's the
Okay.
deal: go to the last preseason game, parking pass underneath the arena. Mr. Cates, the lineup to go in. Car in front of me decides to veer into oncoming traffic and to gun it all the way down the ramp.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Coming this way is another vehicle. This guy almost obliterates because he's in oncoming traffic and there's nowhere to go. Right?
Yeah.
You can envision. You know who Kathleen McGee is? Local
From-
comedian,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's Kathleen McGee in a 3-wheeled convertible.
A 3-wheel convertible.
A 3-wheeled car convertible. Like, these are not cheap. So my first question was, holy shit, I almost saw Kathleen McGee get decapitated. Then she rides up in this car. And like, she went to LA and did a bunch of writing and stuff. So she must have made 3-wheeled car money.
Yeah.
She tells these security guards off like you've never seen because she was legitimately like
Yeah.
put in harm's way and then drives back up. My first thought was like, why is does Kathleen McGee have a 3-wheeled car? I don't know. But she almost met her maker in the bloody parking lot of Rogers Place. It was wild.
Damn.
There you go.
Which ones are those? Those Can-Am cars?
Is it one of those ones that's like the two in the front and the one in the
They have
back?
to
Yeah,
wear
you know the ones
helmets?
where like a lottery winner will tell
like
the
a-
story of how their money
yeah,
got
yeah.
wasted and they're inevitably driving either this or a Plymouth Prowler.
Don't have to wear like a helmet in it or
I
something?
think
It
you
was
do.
a car though. It wasn't like a trike. It was like a
No, I
One of
know
these
that.
looking things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I know.
I've never. If I saw
Don't
one
they
of
have to wear a
those,
helmet in that? Is it considered like a motorbike?
was one of these.
Yes. That's exactly.
Yeah,
It's a soapbox
Mhm.
car.
She's just going down the ramp in a soapbox at a parkades.
While we're on the topic of helmets, you know what confuses me? Why don't you have to wear a helmet on a Lime or on a bird scooter?
You do in Vancouver, do you not?
Why are we like pulling people off of bikes? You can get a ticket. Yet if you're on a scooter, it's carte blanche.
The app does tell you, like, make sure you have your helmet, and you just got to be like, "Yep, I do."
Does it?
Yeah.
See, I thought Kathleen McGee was driving one of these, which would have been hilarious
That
given her
would have
profession.
been- no, this was a baller ass whip. Anyways, that was strange.
All right. Okay. Before we keep cruising along here, we do need to step aside for a quick break,
I think it was Kathleen McGee.
and then again, before we keep rolling along, a word for our friends at Wilhock Beef Jerky. We know Trent Wilhock's a diehard. He loves beef jerky and he loves his Oilers. That last night would not have sat well with Trent.
He's got the wonderful crutch of Wilhock
I would
jerky
love-
at his
Yeah.
fingertips to
Yeah.
eat his
You
feelings.
think
I
he
would
eats it?
love.
Oh, well,
Ah,
yeah, it's yeah.
How could you not?
Yeah.
but like it's one flavor and he's been around it his entire life. If you had multiple dishes,
But I think he's doing, you got pepperoni sticks in there. Like they have different flavors of
I
pepperoni
think,
sticks.
Yeah, yes, I would. Oh yeah.
Probably
All right.
not as much as once upon a time.
if I'd been in part of like a family business of cotton candy, and my dad had invented the perfect recipe.
All your
and I
teeth
was
would have fallen
Trent's
out.
age, I probably wouldn't have eaten cotton candy in quite a long time.
Yeah, but that's an apples and oranges.
Jerky to cotton candy.
Like jerky, keto friendly.
Mhm.
You know,
cotton
good.
candy's not?
No.
Okay.
Diabetes creating if you really get into it.
It's literally flossed sugar.
Anyway, shout out to Wilhock Beef Jerky, wilhockbeefjerky.com. Also, our friends at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino races every Friday and Saturday night in Edmonton. And they keep going. If there's snow on the ground, they do not care. They'll have races on New Year's Eve. Sounds like a good way to spend New Year's Eve.
It sounds like the way to spend New Year's Eve.
If you don't eat your jerky, I'll have your share, Trent. It's delish.
I had way more fun betting on the ponies than I did on the Oilers last night.
You will
Well,
never.
the ponies at least show up.
The ponies did show up. They had spirit.
Yeah, ponies never have a bad day. They just go run.
Everyone wins.
If they lose, it's not their fault. Just someone else was better. I would have accepted it last night if the Oilers played good and the Canucks were just better. I would have been like, damn, that's a Canucks team
Well,
that might make the playoffs.
There's one thing about losing the season opener. There's another thing about getting shit pumped in the season opener.
Yeah.
When your captain from 1963, Orville Redenbacher, is present in the arena, you do not lose.
They show
in front of
up.
the Cappy.
They show up for him.
It's the first time he's been in a game in 40 years. They're like, damn.
He looked great.
Oh yeah.
Like when was he? He must have been captain like in the first Cappy.
70s.
Like the Al Hamilton version of the Canucks.
He's there, Al Hamilton. Sure. Why not?
And
Where was Luongo? Like
Well, he works for the Panthers. Yeah. Yeah. Early impressions. We haven't done a show. Connor Bedard. You watch any of it? You getting
I
the,
saw his goal.
scored?
I watched his debut and he had one scoring chance where he came and like really fired one with a cool release. They showed the replay.
50 times.
Yeah.
It's worse than Taylor Swift.
To answer the question, Wanye, Orville Redenbacher was the captain from 1970 to 1970.
What's his real name?
Orland Kurtenbach.
That was very close.
You're
like several
stunningly
syllables
close.
are identical.
Yeah. But the
Did
Connor
shoots
Bedard
the
thing.
pill, though.
Oh, fuck. Does he ever rip the goddamn puck? He's really good.
His warm up to start was funny. How he forgot his stick and then came out without a lid and then whiffed on the puck and everything. It's cute.
I do like, so Frank said that it was the guys in the room, the vets in the room who were like, go out without a helmet because it's against the rules now, right? You get fined. They're like, go out without a helmet. Apparently there's a story that the vets were like, we'll cover your fine. Don't worry. Like, go out there without a helmet. I like the idea of the other rookie. Bedard's a millionaire. You know, you're going to get fined a few $1,000s. Bedard's like, sure, I'll do it for the boys. And the other rookie whose first check probably hasn't come in being like,
I owe Gary Bettman but $1,500.
They would have paid it too.
Guys, I need to wear my helmet
too. They're not. Come on.
I thought it was also kind of funny. Like the ref does the welcome to the NHL thing, blah, blah, blah. Opening draw, Sid snaps it back as cleanly as
Yeah,
possible.
it's like, yeah, exactly. Welcome.
Welcome to the NHL.
And Sid, like, I'm not gonna say he looks old.
That's gray hair.
Oh, you see him and Ovi now, and you're like,
That's
damn.
what I was gonna say. Ovi's
Ovi's
old. But Ovi's
Well,
a silver fox.
But what the reality is, Ovi could be 47.
That's true.
That's like with that we don't know.
35.
Yeah, we don't know.
Which would make this all the more impressive if it came out. It's like, hey, Ovi's like 4 years older than we think he is. And it's like, damn. Really?
Shit.
And he's chasing down Wayne still.
I think he gets there.
And he'll get him. And then the next big race, like, I don't think there'll be, this is like a fascinating thing, a chance to like legitimately make history, move into number one in the sport and something, which again in hockey just rarely ever gets done because of Wayne. The next race will be McDavid becoming the second ever player to hit 2K, right? That is kind of the next one. Like
Both Oilers.
Crosby's not
Fucking
really
simulation.
chasing that much because he's kind of at an awkward spot, right?
Yeah.
It's 2010, Jay.
And it's too bad. Like Sid got hurt a lot.
Yeah, if Sid was healthy, he would have been chasing 2K for
And
sure.
someone brings you the scoring leaders of the Oilers of all time, and you're looking at Gretz.
Yeah.
And someone says to you, in 2023, we're debating a second 2,000 point Oiler. I would not believe that anybody was capable of doing that, let alone us having the good fortune of a second 2,000 point.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Mark Messier was the captain for 3 seasons. Where was he?
What did he do?
I don't even know. I know like a
don't
good
know
amount
the
of hockey history. I don't know
I don't know
anything
at all.
about that. I just know it's bad.
Yeah, I just know
Nobody knows
Canucks
anything
fans
about it.
hate
You
it.
just know it's bad?
Like that.
What does that mean?
I just know it didn't go well, and the Canucks pretend it never happened, and like Canucks fans hate him. That's all I know.
That's all I know is Canucks fans.
What did
We
he
should
get?
ask Quads.
What did he get? 45 million because the team sold and he had that bonus, right? He had a bonus when he came to Vancouver because they were trying to sell, and if they sold during his tenure, he got some crazy ass bonus.
That's
That was like outside the game. It was like a business deal.
It was different times then.
Yeah.
You could work anything into your
Sure
deal.
you could. And the Canucks were kind of at the time not well regarded, and they were looking to pump their value up before selling. Him being there,
Pumped up the
imagine
value.
like, hey, can you come to the thing? He's like, no, I'm rich. And the
No, I have a
Deans are like,
I have a
"I'm rich,
Lay's
dude."
commercial I got to shoot in half an hour, and they're like, ah,
The Deans are like, we're rich too. They're like, not like this, you're not.
Connor, it's mess.
Where was that? Why was that? And then you never heard from him.
no.
It's because that fishing trip they went on didn't go too well.
Yeah, Connor blocked his number.
He looked great, Messi. He is
Great
fighting
shape.
fit.
Remember when we saw him at the bar in Nashville?
Saw him bar Nashville.
Not
Yeah,
an ounce of fat on him.
Would have kicked the shit out of me.
would have. That is one of my favorite stories of last year. One of my favorite moments of last year is when me and you show up to this event that's like ticketed only for NHL, like whatever. And we walk up to the bar and you're like, I got the first round. And you like give her your credit card and she's like, it's an NHL event. It's on the NHL. And it's like,
You can tell
oh.
we're still new at this.
Yeah. Because we walk in, we're like ready to pay. It's like, I'll have a single whiskey and ginger. And
I'm
oh,
gonna order it Tennessee style.
yeah. I'll actually have a
Oh,
triple
fuck.
if Gary's paying. Yep. Well, good memories, Jay.
Great memories.
Good times with Connor Bedard, too. It's good to see, like, I remember when Connor McDavid came in the league and Sid was halfway old, and now Sid's fully old and Connor McDavid's halfway old. It's cool to see the next one come.
You know
How
what?
good is the next one going to be?
New Connor Bedard? Well, he's
Mhm.
only 6. His name is Kako. Plays in Brazil.
Maybe.
Sitting around sharing all these memories. There's only one thing better than sharing memories, Wanya. You know what that is?
Getting a proctology exam. And our advertiser today is the Proctology Exam Warehouse. Stop spending too much on your non-required prostate exam.
Sir, you've been here every day this
You
week.
do not need them weekly. If you're going to get them weekly, save your money. Was that what you were going to do?
That took a wild turn from where you thought it was going.
Oh, no. The only thing better is making new memories. Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance protects your memories and more wherever your travel takes
Yep.
you. Visit ab.bluecross.ca/travel. If you come on a nation vacation this year, we'll make even more memories.
That makes more sense than what I
And
Well, ensure those memories.
and we'll insure them with our friends at Alberta Blue Cross.
Man, November 11th is coming fast.
never
Yes.
forget. Remtech's on one now.
So,
that's just
we've moved on from pea humor. We got a new.
Well, this one was a slip in a digi.
This
that
is
time.
a medical joke.
and also just whatever. I don't know. Yeah, we're getting close to our trip to Seattle.
Yeah. And we're about to launch probably next week our trip to Arizona.
Is there a golf element to this?
There is if you want there to be.
How did you find empty
Sick.
seats in Arizona? Wink.
Well, the reality is there's only 4,800 seats in that new arena.
Can I tell the story that Dan told me about why it took so long for the Coyotes organization to email us back, or is that off the record? I think it's hilarious.
Say it, and then we'll figure it out.
Dan told me that he didn't get an email back from his rep somewhere with the Coyotes. And they emailed him back and were like, yeah, sorry, we couldn't be in the office. The landfill by our office caught on fire and we weren't allowed back.
There's an actual garbage fire in Arizona to start the year.
Garbage fire by the Coyotes offices, and they couldn't go into work for
You
a
don't
week.
think Jesus is real. You haven't heard this story.
I didn't want to shit on the Coyotes because I know they're helping us out get tickets, but I just think that story is so perfect.
I can't wait, man.
That's
That's going to be an experience. So, can there be a golf element? Well, yeah, because we land at 10 a.m.
on Saturday,
On Saturday, we could go have a tea time at 1 p.m. somewhere.
or we could golf Sunday.
Sorry, we're going Sunday to Tuesday.
Oh, Sunday, Tuesday. So we could make a tea time somewhere Sunday,
Yes.
but we're just not doing it as a part of the trip.
No.
Okay.
It's the game, but that's the whole thing. Maybe we want to do a thing as a team.
Yeah.
So we'll have to workshop that because the game is on the Monday and it's at 1 o'clock or 2
Yeah.
o'clock,
Right in the middle of the afternoon.
which is that's kind of like American football style.
We're gonna
right?
tailgate it.
Well, I bet. Well, and it's on ASU. I bet you there is tailgating.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of unique. So that'll be good.
That's
Stay
a
tuned.
back-to-back weekend, is it not?
Back to back weekend.
For the others?
No, they play Dallas on the Saturday, and then they're in. That's actually part of.
Dallas.
That's part of the reason why we're not going Saturday is because that game in Dallas.
Right, because that's a matinee. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Dallas. That's Saturday. 2 p.m. Mountain for the Monday game against the Coyotes. I'm super excited. You're never going to
Wait,
get
the
a
Dallas game is 1 p.m. Well, that was 10:30.
1 p.m. Mountain on the Saturday.
That's back-to-back matinees for the Oilers.
Mhm.
Weird.
Well, in the States, man, they love their matinees.
I can't wait to go watch an Oilers game in an arena that small.
Oh man, it's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be wicked.
I think
And we're
it's
in
gonna be
the,
really weird.
That's called the Den. That's the section we're in.
One of my buddies just his little man was playing hockey at Collingwood Arena, and I'm sitting in there watching. I'm like, I'm going to see the Oilers in an arena not much bigger than this.
Yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
the worst seat in the house would be considered one of the best seats of the house in any rink in the NHL.
100%. Super cool.
If they can't fill this and have to get an even smaller rink, though,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
no,
I
Gary.
don't think they're having attendance issues now because a lot of expats go to the games because it's such a transient town, right, or expat town that
that's part of the problem why they couldn't get the old arena to fill. Right? It was too far.
too far out of the town, too far out of town, too far out of town for locals, and then expats don't give a shit. They'll go when their team's in town, and that probably is 4,000 people a game on its own.
Yeah.
Did you see, similarly but different, the fucking slot machine with the Stanley Cups in Vegas?
Can you believe he hit it? I was-
Imagine he hadn't.
Yeah.
Cup cherry.
Oh, like,
They're like, next time.
What a spin! That's what I thought.
I love that. 5 years ago, the NHL was like, "There's no gambling. I'm
Remember-
not going to be in Vegas. That's for damn sure. We're never putting a team there."
And then there was they might call them the aces, and the NHL's like, no, cannot do that. Way too close to blackjack.
Now they hit a slot machine at center ice, and tickets rain down from the roof. Everyone gets $5 at Harrod's Casino after the game.
The banner goes out of a slot machine. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Vegas does a lot of things right though when it comes to that stuff.
It's a good,
Yeah.
it's a good production. Anyone who's been to a game in Vegas or been on a nation vacation, it's a vibe.
What a
It's fun.
spin. Nailed
I was
it.
That's wow.
Thank fuck.
1 cup,
Oh my-
2 cups. Aw, cheers.
I wish I was part of that Windicate,
Hey,
Stondo looked embarrassed to have to do it. What do you want to do? Skate around the other side and pull the thing. He's okay.
So what I found interesting, which is ultimately what's going to be their jinx this year, is the whole week before the start of the game, they did so much Stanley Cup stuff, touching the cup, showcasing the cup as if they're winning. to me, like they're already into this season.
I saw someone on
that's some
Twitter.
bad woo woo. If you
Isn't
ask
it
me,
when you raise the banner, that's when the celebrating stops at the beginning of this new season?
Yeah.
yeah, but still,
Yeah, like they brought it to the football game, and
yeah.
it was a lot. But I mean, if we were in their spot, you don't think they'd be bringing
Still
that?
be partying.
You don't think they'd be bringing the cup out to Elks Lions on a Thursday? They better believe they would.
Sure. Are they making the playoffs?
No, the Elks. Oh God, no.
I thought they had a
I
chance.
thought they had a chance.
The crossover chance.
Like all they had to do was win 4 games in the whole season, and they had a chance.
Like 7 weeks ago. Yeah. Although the Elks did announce they're closing the Upper Bowl next year.
That seems to me to be
That's
the right.
depressing, though.
It's depressing, yeah.
Still hold 30 though.
Yeah.
Worry
What
about
do you mean
filling
they're
the
closing
30.
it? Like going around, or are they doming it?
You're ripping it off.
Like they're gonna tarp up the seats in the top bowl of
Nope, they're
Commonwealth.
removing the seats.
Oh, I see.
They're
I
selling
thought they
them.
were like doing.
They're
something
not
to the
actually
stadium itself.
physically.
Jackhammer and a moat.
Yeah.
They're out. Then we get awarded the World Cup. Oh shit! Put them back in.
Why are they doing that?
Or like the Killers come to town and it's like, fuck,
Shove
you're gonna
them
put all the
out
seats
there.
back.
Yeah.
Why are they doing
Because
that?
they got a problem with attendance because they never.
Oh,
win.
so they just want everybody to be.
But it's
collective
pissing
mass.
off a bunch of season ticket holders
Well, sure.
because those people are like, these
There's only
seats.
like 6 of those left. Who
All right.
cares?
No,
Shut
still.
up. I'd say. Go down below.
I do kind of feel
Shut
for
your
them. There's
mouth.
people who are like, oh my God, these have been in my family for so long. Like I sat here with my grandpa and my dad. Like I want to keep sitting here. And I get that.
Yeah, you're
But
living
also-
in the past, you loser. That's what
Jesus Christ, man. I apologize to anyone listening who has an emotional connection to their seats at Commonwealth.
When the old arena shut down, I like brought old ticket stubs to my old seats and did like a ceremony with myself. But for Elks fans, I'm like, you're an idiot. You cheer for a stupid sport.
You stole a drink sign from Rexall,
I-
allegedly.
No, I think you can admit to that.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Who's going to come after you? Yeah.
Like,
Northlands.
who owns the arena right now?
If
It's
you went
free.
in there and looked around, the last thing you'd be worried about was me stealing a sign off the wall. That place is never coming back.
Ugh, it's a shame.
Yeah, I drove our new pal Amal, and when Frank was in town, and we went for a drive past the old arena, and he was like, "Whoa, this is not a great part of town." I was like, "No, sir." Reason they moved it. I wanted to wrap up the show with some Big Brother talk. Are y'all caught up?
Yes, I am.
Are you all caught
Boy
up?
Jane.
Was there an episode last night?
I don't
no.
think so. I'm up to Tuesday's episode.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
up to
so then
Tuesday.
I'm up to Tuesday.
Oh, there was an episode Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, all I know is Bowie Jane won HOH, and it was absolutely
you don't know
hilarious.
her noms.
Felicia and Suri.
Well, then that's all.
The best
Okay.
part about Bowie Jane winning the HOH.
We won't
is
talk
that
about who won veto.
Yeah.
the HOH episode. She was barely in it.
Yep.
Everybody else was like coming up with theories and plans, and she just wasn't involved in any of those conversations.
One.
I know. And she goes, I'm going to turn my lawyer side of my brain on and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take this all in. I'm going to make a move. And then she's like, I don't want to make a move. I don't want to upset anyone.
Imagine you were sitting with your
It's like-
lawyer and you were like fighting a murder charge and you've been sitting there for a while and then they suddenly go, I'm going to turn my lawyer brain on.
Well,
That should just be on all the time.
So-
Oh, she's a DJ now.
Hold on. She's a lawyer turned DJ?
yeah.
Yes.
Did this work?
From Australia playing on Big Brother USA. But so the tiebreaker question, it was like,
Oh my God.
it killed me. First off, she is clearly not a
Her
very
and
bright
Felicia,
individual. I
whatever,
know.
Yeah.
The question was, in minutes, how long was it since this event happened? And it had been exactly 1 week. She wrote down 47.
47 minutes.
Yes.
And the event happened over the span of a week.
Sure, in Australia, that would
And
be
the
correct.
and the other person wrote like
No,
11,402.
40 some thousand.
Oh, 40-some
The right
thousand.
answer is like 10,000.
Yeah. And it was closest without going over. So the chick who wrote 47 won.
Yeah, no, last minute she put a 6 in front
Oh
of
yeah.
us.
She was like,
And I think it was 27 she put, to be fair,
yeah, something like that.
to no one. Not fair to anyone. 27 minutes. That's how she did them. Like, there's your Remchuk math, and then there's that.
Whatever that. And then when she won, she was just kind of like, meh. All right.
How many minutes in a week? Quick.
I know it's right around 10,000.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Because I watched the show. But yeah, I was. The house really hates Corey. They turned on Corey hard.
Well, it's because Corey's trying to manipulate people, and he doesn't win anything. So he's trying to tell people what to do with their
Mhm.
HOHs.
You haven't seen Zingbot then.
No, I haven't seen Zingbot. Was it good?
This one was good.
Okay, I need to get on it. I need-
Zingbot's always good.
America.
They got roasted.
Oh, I love Zingbot.
Corey specifically.
Yeah, like
Like
Zingbot was just plain harsh. this year.
almost bully, like cyberbullying. It was like I was like, wow.
Was the veto Otev? No,
what?
it was Zingbot. Never mind. Yeah, I should have.
Well, what do you want?
It depends how much you want us to tell you.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Was it Otev this week?
Yes.
Oh, damn. I'm not really excited for the
But
episode.
also Zingbot.
It was Zingbot Otev. Sweet.
If you don't watch Big Brother, this is the most confusing conversation.
Yeah, we do get a handful of reviews that are like, I fast forward through every Big Brother segment.
Any new
We
reviews?
fast forward through your reviews. So there we go.
I'm double checking our reviews right now.
While
We
you're
could,
looking, let me hit you with another Connor Bedard thing.
sure.
Did you know that, talking about big numbers, 26,533 days ago, his great uncle James Bedard played his first game in the NHL as a member of the Blackhawks and scored on the Bruins.
Oh wow.
His great uncle.
That's wild.
That's from the Daily Face-Off Instagram. You heard me? That's crazy.
We had two. One from the rookie who attended his first nation event last night. Got to meet him and his daughter. They were great people.
Oh, cool.
Gave him a fist bump, clarified some stuff about the draw, said, have a good night. Then I walked past him when the Oilers were losing in the first period. I said, not going good, man. He said, lots of time. Anyways, he left a 5-star review that said, Chalmers Buck Martinez sounds like everyone else's Christopher Walken. That was good. And then Hardy Stew Lover gave us an update, a Big Brother update. And he said, just an FYI, I know you guys are all loving Cam, but apparently he's getting an extremely favorable edit. And on the live streams, he's a creep to the girls in the house. It's a problem. And then I did some research on this.
You left it as a real life review?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And apparently I read some stuff on Reddit that like that's the reason everyone was so gung-ho to get him out is because he's like
I'm off Cam anyways.
Yeah.
I'm on like
Team Jag.
Yeah,
Jagger Matt. Yeah.
Jag. And then I still got some kind of, and this is her superpower. Sari. I don't know what it is. She's a charmer.
She's a charmer.
You fall under her spell.
I assume we're talking about Surrey Cruz,
Yes.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter.
Yes.
She's a lot older than you'd think she is in 2023.
What is she? Is
I
she
put her
of
like
age?
17 probably?
17.
She's not the young girl on the cover of In Touch that Tom Cruise won't talk to anymore. She's an old
She
woman.
is 17.
Ha!
Wow.
See your Amtrak, I know stuff.
You're a wealth of knowledge.
Off the top of my head, how old Surrey Cruz? I put her at 17.
You going to the game on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Giddy up. Are you going to the game Saturday? You're the kind that you stumble into tickets like 45 minutes before the game and then I'll just see you there.
Yeah, so like as of right now, no. But they may fall from the sky. Who knows? I'd like to go.
It's game 1 of the season.
I kind of did that the other day with a round of golf. I just threw out a little thing. Darn, because I was trying to book a last minute tee time. Couldn't find one anywhere. Every course in the city's full. So I just sent out a tweet being like, darn, wish I had a tee time today. And then like sat there and crossed my fingers like, come on. And sure shit, some guy DM me. I should give him a shout out actually because he was so nice about it. He DM me, was like, hey, like my company has a tee time at the quarry. I have a gout flare up. Shout out to Darren.
Sorry about your gout, bro.
Yeah, sorry about your gout. That sucks. Because I was like, dude, are you sure? Like, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I cannot go.
Yeah,
The tee
right.
time's
You're
going to
like,
go to
the
waste.
gout? You're putting your shoes
congrats
on
on the
already?
goat. That means you're living.
That's true. It's
Mhm. So shout out to Darren
isn't it?
who hooked me up with the tee
There's
time.
there's the
So
Kings.
sometimes it
and then
works.
What's the poor, like, is it the Kings and then you can get the goat from eating, like drinking red wine
Well,
and the
diabetes
meat.
is a poor man's gout.
What's the
No, poor man's goat is from- you
version
get it from carbs.
of gout?
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Calcium phiphosphate deposition (CPPD)
Yep.
is the poor man's gout.
From carbs?
I don't know.
Carbs are free.
Poor man's gout. I can't believe I just emailed that.
This podcast is coming to a
Googled that.
screeching halt.
Yeah. Anyways,
Podcast has got the goat.
Yeah. The poor
we're
man
betting
and
with
the
our.
rich man.
You're betting with your heart on Saturday.
Oh yeah, man. It is.
It's that time.
It's scientific at this point. The Oilers have to win that game, and they have to win it handily.
You're gonna take him like -3.5.
I'm definitely sprinkling -2.5,
Mhm.
And then hammering the puck line, and then probably every package pre-built bet on Betway with Connor getting 2+ anything.
Shouts to Betway 19 plus. Please play responsibly. All right. That is a wrap on this Thursday edition. God, I missed Chalmers on this one. I really wanted his thoughts after the party because he had some interesting things.
He got recognized yesterday, and they appreciate OJ.
It's a good bit.
Chalmers
really
OJ
bad.
has been leaving a lot of messages on Better Late Than Never. But
That's
it's,
strange.
It's somebody doing an impression of Chalmers doing OJ.
Is it OJ?
Might be.
All right. All right. That's a wrap on this week's episode. We'll talk to everybody again on Monday when the Oilers will be 1-1.